welcome to another edition of the Checkpoint Sports on the Max Tribune. And inside today's show, we get a lot for discuss with regards sport. And I want to bring you the very best as we continue to look at the series of allegations where surround women football in Sierra Leone with regard sexual harassment, intimidation, and also asking for money for put players and name for travel, especially female players them where they're not the national side now. And also we go look at cricket as the national male cricket side when at the Patriot, then Nigeria, who side then they play then 6 series T20I bilateral series. We go talk to the technical director very shortly, where na Gabi for tell we how the tour done they go. And we get the international football gossip and news as well. And FC Cologne beat Sierra Leone Police 7-0 inside the Premier League. All this plus more you go get inside the show today. And also the Queen's Baton de Sierra Leone, and we'll be see the president of the nation Bidor receive him and then do some parade around the city of Freetown. Continue for stay with we as I go bring Welcome back. We dey go straight to Nigeria first of all for talk to the technical director for the Sierra Leone Cricket Association, where they with the male national team where they play Nigeria inside the cricket international T20 series where na a bilateral competition anyway for prepare both sides as they ready for the Rwanda tour. Welcome to the show, Gabi.
Good evening, Maggie, and welcome. And I thank you, listeners, for having me on show tonight.
All right, Gabi. First up, let we start with the tour itself. How things don't they go on for Team Sierra Leone, the Patriot?
The Patriots arrived, I think, 4 or 5 days in Nigeria, and we did have to play T20 series with Nigeria national team, and we get 6 games for play in a row, which these games ICCSF put an into it, where they make again for and we ranking, not only for just win the trophy, go and we ranking. So we don't play 4 games. And in the 4 games, in the first game we play against Nigeria, we won. And Nigeria don't play 3 games, sorry. Nigeria don't beat one of the games. Then we don't beat Nigeria 1 game, then Nigeria don't beat 2 of the games then today they add them to 3. So we they did 3-1 against we in the entire series. We get 2 more to go.
All right, like you say, then they 3-1 against Suna. People go want to know how the result will look like, how the matches them, especially from the first match where we see Sierra Leone being win, even though it been very tight and be a nail biting match.
Yes, and the first match we play against Nigeria, it was so exciting that Nigeria batted first, and Nigeria make a score of 102. We get a target 104, and we get 105 targets for make. And we come and play, and Nigeria squeeze we to the last ball. Whereby we need for just make 1 run and 1 ball to go for make win. Thereby we see the captain of the Sierra Leone male Patriot team winner Lancelot Lamin began for strike that ball, and we'll make that 1 run. Will be win that match. And coming to the second match, Nigeria, we play again. Nigeria be win the toss and then decided for bats, and they make 100 and something. Then we go close, then beat you by 6 runs. Then today, then beat you by far big margin, which we feel say not been good for the team at all.
All right, so what do you think say responsible for the 2 defeats where Sierra Leone don't face?
Honestly and truly, Maggie, and we there for because really and truly we can at Nigeria for prepare with team for Kigali. Because we actual turn for Kigali, we are the World Cup qualifier. We only did Nigeria forget ICC ranking. Because mind you, they play Nigeria, we rank 34 in the world, and Sierra Leone not at any ranking, you know. And when you look at the ranking, then stop at 86. Imagine the whole world 86, Sierra Leone already. And why we not into that ranking, the ICC look at which you play. And for 2 years, Sierra Leone play, the Patriot team not play any international matches. And the world therefore play at least 6 matches in 6 months, for make the rank you. And Sierra Leone ever privileged to play any of those matches. So we are ranked best, and Nigeria ranked 35, sorry, in the entire world. So coming to Nigeria to even play even without winning any game, just to play 6 series with Nigeria, we could be ranked, you understand, in the ICC ranking of the world. So coming to Nigeria is very, very important to me. And for select to main team for going to Kigali, Nigeria will go down. Because we look at the facility we need for really select to players them, we need for kind of facility we also go for go play the actual tournaments, that kind of facility they will for access to player them. So Nigeria ground look like also get for go. So feel see that the right place today for select to main team who represents Sierra Leone in this T20 World Cup in Kigali.
So meaning this team within Nigeria, una still get for cut them down and una proceed with the other one the way una feel say una need.
Yes, because my guess I tell you, some players get for return to Freetown after the 6 matches we'll get encounter with Nigeria. On the 27th, we'll go finish the entire series with Nigeria. Then the other players they will depart. Whosoever will select for go play for Winner Kigali, go be selected and move on. So this is like not to all win we look for. We look for put with team together. But equally, so we play one in Nigeria and we ICC ranking, which is very, very good. And coming to Nigeria don't yield so many dividends for Sierra Leone cricket.
Maggie.
Because talking about getting bilateral competitions and the chairman said there.
Yes,
They get
that's
other
what I
arrangements
get
to
you.
do with Nigeria
Good. I
president.
just don't manage finding me
So
way
all
through.
of this they in place for make Sierra Leone cricket
Amazing. Thank
develop.
you there.
So we come on a huge say for the preparation to Kigali.
Okay. All right. So wait una don't learn now because we get cricket expert then where they watch the series actually. And some people think say we quite still control the bowling aspect of the game. We are top notch. We bowling still good. But the batting we don't be problem for a very long time. Now in the problem still. So I wanna hope for correct this before we go to Kigali.
Thank you very much, Maggie, for that particular question. As a technical director, I will tell you, you be this year, the pitches that would play. Those pitches, the bowler can bowl well, but the batsman can't bat well because the pitch not ever smooth for them to play on. Which I know they say this out of making any excuse. But coming here now, we feel say yeah at the right place for me to get pitch really very smooth for the batsmen. The batsmen now they become comfortable as time goes on. But in Freetown, you can never be comfortable when playing on the pitches we had. So I believe say we did fix with him and we get two more players we get for join this team to Kigali. We are the two Indians and with now Mohammed Khan and Saib Khan. We I believe say those two people will go add to the force of we batsmen them. So if we don't get one AI right in cricket, when we talk about the fielding and the bowling, if we come to the batting, we will fix that up.
Okay.
And mind you, they will play in a different and winner. Yes. I feel say we can fix that up with the two other players we now high rated player who will join the team in due course.
All right. So Gabias, we the left final and hope for watch the other matches. Everything will be message to cricket fans and as Sierra Leone, as a lot of people think say a lot need to be done if we for qualify now the Kigali tour.
Well, we as technical staff, we don't see we fault them. It's good that you see you fault before going to competition than discovering you bad side them when you did at the competition. I feel say we don't put things together, and tomorrow match will come out strong and let people see in Freetown and Sierra Leone at large. For CC will be fixed with problem and before we leave Nigeria to Kigali. And I believe say this total help we a lot for make we see things. I didn't mean we'll be left Freetown for go Kigali if it will cause more damage. But now let the damage happen in Nigeria, we'll fix them for the World Cup qualifier na Kigali, which is very, very good.
All right, thank you very much. We hope for talk to you next weekend after where the tour go don't end.
Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. And I believe say tomorrow will be a different day for the people of Sierra Leone. Thank you very much, Maggie.
The name na Gabriel Anthony, we na the technical director for Sierra Leone Cricket Association. Well, the team then in Nigeria, she get from they don't play 4 matches. Salone only win the first one, and the remaining 3 or the 3 where them play recently, then be get for loss to Nigeria, and then will continue to play as the tour go end on the 27 before then left for Kigali. Well, good thing that they still get for make some adjustment to the team before they left. Now we come to the show proper, and I want to welcome me guest today. We now no other person but Desmond Payne. We do stand firm for women football now the country, and also now somebody what they do in your role in terms of promoting football, promoting youth football, giving equipment to players as far as the local villages them around the north and the south as well. Well, it don't take this lead for make sure say female football come out from that point where been there, but for like come out there are lots of things need for be done, and investigation upon investigation with series of allegations where they work the woman game na Salone. Welcome to the show, Desmond Payne. Please just unmute your mic.
Yes, good evening, my sister. Good evening, viewers. Happy for day with you, Nadio Maggie show tonight.
All right.
Tonight, yeah.
Thank you very much. Please, guys, share this live far and wide, because we got a lot for talk about women football. A lot of things, you know, some revelations the way they get now make we don't pull out by some people where they football business na Salone, especially the woman game, and then certain people then they therefore pull them now the game because then now virus to the girls them, to be honest. I want to welcome Eddie Grant and Usman Kamara. We don't join with now the show. But quickly let I come to you, Desmond. Why you take up this lead for ensure say you advocate and lead this campaign of the bad thing that they don't allege say the happen at the FA against the guys, if not the FA, but the technical team, we're responsible for protect the girls them. Now they also don't turn virus against them.
Thank you very much, Maggie. I get sister then. I get 4 sisters, and all of them participate in sport na Sierra Leone. And then also I get girl picking, and I don't work with 1/4 of the female players na Salone. Now only the new crop of players them I don't work with it. Even the picking who they play on the national side and 20 side, I don't work with a lot of them in Sierra Leone before I come to Europe. And I they in constant touch with them, the monitor within they happen. So we come on into this fight now because of the need arise. Somebody been in a corner where they sick. He don't look, I don't see nobody for talk to, nobody no go listen to him. He don't try all he can, there was nobody he can listen to. So he contact a friend, he said, look, this is what is happening to me. If I continue in this manner, I might lose my life and give up me sport. Next is somebody they while he talk to, he say he can now one show where they can talk about football, and now somebody will get passion about Salone, talk with and let you see what think can happen. So then contact me, I give them a number. From there we build on the conversation. First, the person not been trust me, say me they play double role. If he can't talk to me go talk to the FA then, or me go talk to the third party we involved in the matters them as well. I say, you know me? He say no. I say, okay, if you don't want to talk to me, take your business and go before, leave me alone, live me quiet life. So 2 days later, I call him back, say, sorry, your conversation hit me and I feel you. Now I want to talk to you. He open up, provide all evidences to me and everything, ask some questions, them cross-examine them. I asked few experts around the world as well. I said, look, this is what I've got myself into. Can I go for this one or not? You see, well, this is something we need to talk about, because for far too long, we country don't be one country where everybody they say left and to God. Oh, now me brother, now you brother, not talk, because if you talk, now you get side for it again. But yet still, we they kill other people then, their own talent. So I look at this, I listen to the conversation over and over, I study everything, I ask the person, say, not to blackmail you want to blackmail with country or blackmail people that would work now with FA. He said, Desmond, I'm telling you, this has nothing to do with blackmail. He said, I'm ready for laying my life for these things. Say, because all evidence is what I get. Now proof say, yes, this is happening in our country. I say, wait till I say I get picking, then I get a name for stand for. And while they go to salon, I open somebody. I not go hide. He say, look at the evidences, then I give me. When I look at the evidences, I look at her. I make call to few senior people that were no say yes, then senior in the sport world and then senior in the salon. But the reaction, I understand, have been a positive one, but not to the one who maybe they expect when I talk to them, they will say, you know what? Give me the evidences, then I give them the evidences, then listen to everything, say let we go on. But they don't get back to me for a while. So as Sidoma, they still wait for more stories, they investigate, contact people then. And like one of the people then, John Kista, wouldn't give me the audio button. I call him personally, you're not picking call. I call him, you're not picking call. I call in close allies and way he deal with. Make them tell and say I want to talk to her. A colleague of mine from London send him a message, say, look, Desmond want to reach you, send Desmond a message, you never reach me. So the next day, then I get an audio we come up from Ramatulai Kamara, when at the FA rep, when at the delegation with the fly with them picking them around. I begin swear the picking them, say they go lost in career, it will make this country pray for them, them halaki, how them they want bring can shame in a salon. In other conversation, I hear Musupele they talk say you know can walk, na pension he can't eat. Then I can't hear again Hamilton. Now the audio they talk say them picky are they ungrateful. After all of this, mommy don't go do for them in Senegal. Now the one can't pay the mommy this kind of way. So I begin asking myself, say, what lead to this conversation? Then I can't listen to Badara from the FA. They try for clarify, say, it is not the responsibility of the FA for take care of the under 20. It is government responsibility. Then I can also get evidence where the Minister of Sport write a text message, say, look, the FA is playing game with you guys. It is not the responsibility of government, it's the responsibility of FA, because we don't tell them in a memo, say, at this moment, we choke with the Leon Star. Let them handle this one. So whatever they happen now comes from them, and then we and them can talk later. So I don't see all these things together. Nobody no listen. I go on some forums then. I call a colleague of mine, Martin. I tell him waiting to go on. I say, Martin, this is what I don't lay me hand on. What can we do? He says, send all evidences to me. I send waiting, I get to Martin. We try to put the pieces then together. I send them to a few colleagues them as well. But everybody fear for hear the story in a salon. The only person we hear the story na Martin. And even the one we hear, he just hear what get for do Ramatulai and Musupele. But the one we get for do Kista, he keep him, hear. So I understand why he do so. But as time goes on, more revelations then begin come out. And the day I hear the stories them out on Facebook where we start this campaign, me and one of the Pikine where I bring a kind of Facebook. First, I always try to protect the Pikine who we fetch for. So I ask them behind the scenes, say, is it necessary you just call on the line or I add you Facebook Live? He said, look me, I'm putting my life forward. If this is going to change salon female football, then I'm ready to die for it. He said, they come on live, let them see me face, let we talk. That's I bring them in the face, in the conversation. He talk, he telling story to the wall. Other people listen to the story, they were church and moved by everything. And that's where the movement starts.
All right, now the movement does start and you don't take a peek where, like you say, some people still get doubts because they don't see tangible evidences, even though some of we don't get all of those evidences. But when they look at them, say, we don't want for let this out. We want this thing for be provided in the court of law. So the one that we concerned go take the from the law aspect, but the evidence is the way we get really they point fingers to some people. We not keep people within the football system, especially with coaches and other staff within the FA. So you think say these people suppose for protect this speaking them, or then just they do this because then think say because we don't hear voices also where they talk say, but we not go play, we not go for qualify, we just the help una.
Yes, na favor with the do now, you know. I think say one of the mantles that we as coaches now for protect we players them. That now we respond. Now we key responsibility that because if you're not doing the right frame of mind, they don't ever give you the result we want on the pitch. Whether be it boy, be it girls, that should be our responsibility. But what thing they happen at Salone are the reverse version of it. It is the coaches now who are negotiating with these kids. Either they come into the team or they not come into the team or they give themselves for sex. Some of the conversation then we will get. The coach they tell you, Pikin say, I want fuck. I dey feel for you. Yes. How can you say this to your player? And then the coach they bargain with the Pikin say, okay, you go play the Liberia game if you want, but you go choose either you go Liberia or you go Gambia. So the Pikin get for choose. He say, okay, I cannot go the first leg, but I go the second leg. So this tells you how they manufacture result for fail. Because if you don't begin bargaining, you don't pick the best in the squad. You can't go down the way the bargain. What's at the end of the result where you get in your team? So this now a pattern we don't continue. And not to one person, not to one Pikin, this person don't send these things to dozens of other Pikin and they will get the same evidence. In fact, the person they even go to the extent send phonographic and things into the Pikin and say, I want the style. If you want for meet with them, whose style you go want? Wait, one other one day say, if I don't done with you, you not go ever come up behind me again. I tell you, you don't say me a man. The Pikin they ask and say, how come you sabi about woman and so? Say they go to conversation of menstruation.
Yeah, it say I read but in a book, and the Pikin tell us say, are they mess at this point? To tell the Pikin
yes.
say,
And then, you know,
why you they mess so long?
Yes.
What's all that for?
Yeah, what kill me spirit in everything will happen. We get people in our country, even our FA, where they protect them perpetrators they are so. Just imagine, with all due respect to John Keister, he's a fine gentleman we are like. He's a brother of mine. I the dog me heart for and everything we don't do in life or achieve what I reach today. But with the caliber of that man, I'm not being expecting he go address Bill Kisu and how that kind way he address them. And then the FA and with sport minister and NFC, they've not made any comments in relation to this one. And you know, before we go out for begin broadcast and start this program, we don't talk with big media houses in Salone. May they help we for raise awareness. Now, only few of them give we, even renowned journalism in Salone, now only few of them give we the ears for listening to it. Waiting bad. The men and the type for protect themselves because now then they commit this crime against the woman then. So they don't see anything what would they do right. All the things they say what would they do is wrong. Now people don't pay we. So as a result, they don't pay we. We want for put bad name to we country. We want paint we country bad because people don't pay we. We get a different motive where we defect for. Come on, whose motive I get for fed for this life where are they? I don't live a life where I've been a struggle life. Now they live a life where I can able to provide 50 bag rice for 50 people in the country. So why again I go want to take somebody in your? I dey live a life where nobody not been paying me school fees, but I able to pay for 100 picking them, provide them university fees. So waiting the guy go want go take somebody in your position, where are they in that position for doing for people them already? A lot of people saying I pay me just want to give the country bad name. As I'm talking to you, since the picking and come on Liberia then come as we talk. They not get their money when they go Guinea, when they go and Senegal and Liberia. The same is happening to the national team. 2 million loans now they give them. They've not even received the money when they for Guinea, when they go Liberia, and even when they can't prepare for flight go to Gambia, they've not given them anything. And we don't talk. The worst of it, the minister and the FA president, Daddy Ibrahim Agona and 98.1 say, now social media and social media stunt we want. We want to let people recognize we na social media. For God's sake, you have children, you get picking them, and you are talking about girl picking them. This not and you daughter them, not to you. Then can be your sister, then can be you all in all. You know, create no room for protect them. Then you know they listen to them. You know, give them ears for let them tell you what thing happen to them. He say he did at the FA every morning. He see the picking them. In the question where I say why the picking not go lay complaint to her. So my question to him as a FA president, why you not go engage the picking and say, "When a good morning, no, how na they do or how the body?"
Yeah, we get Desmond Payne online where they talk to we. Like I say, we get evidences them, but we know want for bring them all because we want for give people chance. na the show. So this na Max Trabi Media Platform, the Checkpoint, and we dey talk to Desmond Payne. We happen for be one party people we don't stand behind woman football.
Yes, Maggie. Hello? Are you there with me?
Yeah, we get you.
Okay. So, these are the kind of things that really happen in our country, and society don't keep quiet about them. We don't talk, and Martin don't do a very good job in this fight, and some other colleagues them around as well. For that, we raise the voice, we go with colleagues them all over the globe. We don't join we in this fight. And not to normal a salon fight, now a global fight, because the trend and pattern where this thing they happen at salon, now it don't happen at different countries and around the world. All the same pattern. Like the conversation with the coach for the Pikin. How you go tell the Pikin say na 3K? They say na 3K for goal. Yes. So which means
you pay like money. 3 million leons for pay for space in the national team.
Yes, it can be 3 million leons for pay for your space, or you
exchange yourself for sex.
Yes, or you get them for sex. One pan the Pikin in the conversation, they swear the coach say, until you put pepper in my eye, myself go pray, let pepper and something happen. This what he say, as long as God know they sleep, one day Mion go catch you. So these are the kind of people who we get now with society, and we FA and Minister of Sport and government people that they listen with, even when they hear the program na 98.1, none of them don't see the need for come out and say this has to stop in our country. For 7 good years, sport has not played for female in our country. Nothing has been done. When we get a female president leader, nothing was achieved. And then in midst where he left, the FA president don't come find out, see the money where they send for female football development, half of Angopa and Wafo competition, when have been a fake West African tournament where they set. They call 4 countries for play. Now only Salone and Liberia end up for pay. And then they don't spend half of the money where them for use for female football for that competition day. Nobody know for talk. When people ask questions, people say them pay una. But how can you be running an institution like a cartel? Saying that for no waiting they happen. And
okay. Yeah, that's well. Where you don't touch that side, you come to this point. To say the FA secretary Chris Kamara, they say different thing, but the money, and the president also they say different thing, but this particular money.
$500,000 for female football. That money is in our account, and the purpose of that money is purely for the development of female football. I told you the $500,000 is in the account at UTB Bank.
Yeah, the money still is, sir. The money still in a UTB account, and that is also for pay players for party and for development of the game for keeping the league start.
But why the $260,000 would then be used for the Mano River Peace Gala?
It has never happened. Once I get that document, we put pan and for go user. If you see any press release from the Football Federation,
yeah, and I know see you did parts of the media team. This I get them from an exco.
You know they do anything on rumors. That is a rumor, so they say there is not the document. So if you get her with an exco, so be it. But as far as me concerned, the 500,000 a day will not touch her. 50 Joseph will not put pan in a UTB.
What FIFA does is then they give $500,000 for the period of 4 years to develop female football. By the time I came in, that money I inherit below $250,000. When people say female football, if you don't pull some money, say I want to buy boss, every day then pick here the country, then play that Mano River competition. It's all part of this, and these monies are segmented annually. So they're not just can you see, okay, you get this, can go spend everything. It doesn't work like how many activities first we don't get. And again, I want to make people understand this clearly. When the money are they dispense, FIFA and CAF, then they send periodic auditors for audits the money them. This money we are they talk about gets for do with other projects. Not to only when I say female football, una come kick football, we take them, we pay una. Maybe don't get a proposal for buy buses for female football, which is coming. Now from there they take for buy. I'm not going to just go say now, hey, una stop, una not buy that bus again, una give me that.
Well, that's now the voices of Chris Kamara, when are the FA Secretary General, You also get Coach Lamin, winner Lamin Tarawali, one of the media officers of the FA, and also the last person in voice we get now, the president of the FA winner, Thomas Daddy Brimer. You know, different talks at different points. This they say 500,000 day, this say now 250 a meet. And we agree say yes, the money is for development. But in the case we are the ministry and the government don't tell you una say we not get money for any other sporting event now because we prepare Lyon Star for the African Cup. Wait, that again. A very, very wrong from the government point of view. There is no, you know, go say now only Lyon Star you take care of, where you get over 30 sporting disciplines. So all the money now to Lyon Star no more. The other athletes within the country, they're not important. A very, very wrong from the ministry point of view. There should be a cover for every sport, every division when it comes to national assignment. It is the responsibility of the government, Desmond. This now the side with me all the NSA and the sport ministry and the statement where the minister be get for right now, the group where we all live in a SPW.
Yeah, and Maggie, me, I'm not surprised for get a statement from with minister, because since the inception as a minister of sport and salon, I want tangibly, let's show we as Sierra Leoneans, waiting he don't achieve on his own. Not to waiting taxpayers then pay him money for like do not to him. Waiting in your way he don't count it, where say, okay, since I become a minister, this now the project where I take na salon as sport. Wholeheartedly, na me fund them, na me create funding for them, and this is where we did nothing to show for. And if they go na radio say it justify say in supposed for travel with him PA. After all, now for me own pocket money, he pull and he pay for her. Now I want let them go check that statement where he say he put an invoice or he put a request to the Minister of Finance for making PA or in advisor travel with an Morocco. You know, these guys, I'm telling you, some of them not lack with country. The only thing they lack themselves. Because now waiting then the benefit, now income force not to the general good of Sierra Leoneans. This na country where you get girl picking and left with country, then they go as far as Mali for go prostitute. Then they go as far as Senegal. Then they go as far as Nigeria for go turn prostitute. Not to for go woku, for go sell body, make them get money and can't take care of their families. Now some of them don't relent, say this life we don't want them again. We want can't play football. They don't come into football, they don't reform themselves. Now they are playing the game. No better opportunity has been given to them when the money come out. Now madness, you don't on top the money, they eat the money. Then they force for go use the picking them for sex. Pan their own talent. How wicked can we be to our own daughters? And there's no time in history where Salon women team don't win a World Cup match. In the history of Salon football, I stand to be corrected. Let anybody can prove me right or wrong. We under 20 them now the first picking them as Salon. We don't ever win a World Cup qualifier match. So why can't we celebrate these guys? But before that, when they come back home, we begin intimidate them. They get few of the coaches them. We go into the picking and personal sexual life. Say the picking and lesbianism in the deeper. Then they work out with and things they don't know for workout. How can you say that? Your job as a coach is what happened on the pitch. Outside the pitch, the private life of an individual, you left them.
Yeah, but you as the coach, they say the picking that they work out with false dick.
Yes.
They work out with dildo. They do finger. But you know the same coach where secretly or privately you they message these girls that you want to make love with them. You know the evidence is then they before me now. Where Kaloga they call him out. Kaloga because now possible I get respect for so much in Salon football. Even though since then they get a national assignment as coach. And I even make Sierra Leone proud. That are they talk out with me full chest. One day Kaloga no, they not get a national team where we don't see that kind of performance for me them continue for get a job. It doesn't deserve it. And you Kaloga when me respect, you know, from the religion aspect, because you can make like you now you Muslim pass all man. I know if they tell you or whatever, I mean I possibly need to call out people and so in sport. But when I call you out, I don't see the evidence, and it pain me. You they call Picky say you alone get sex. The exact word way you use is say fuck.
Yes.
Before you travel with them, and you don't do not to one, you then mix up the picking they all, and they all get evidence of you. Then get message you want for fuck them. Before you put on the national team, these are evidence. Like I say, we know one for sure I'm out, but these are the evidences. I will keep for sure. I'm like that. If I play all, we know what. Until you say you get lawyer, the lawyer self I respect him. I know the lawyer in him. That lawyer, there are no saying that possibly don't stand for the right thing as alone football. If you see where to we get, it will advise you from today self. If the FA know it, you know for travel go Gambia.
All of them
With the
are
national
that
team.
squad. All of them are that squad. We want for good Gambia. Then suppose for stand them down and go beyond the, and even the investigative side when they talk. For us, we need an independent committee, an independent international body, because what thing we they look at first, now the protection of the witness. Now important to we investigation what we work with. If the witness is protected, then we allow we picking them for come forward and can testify, say yes, this is what has been happening. And indeed, they, then they run the picking life like cartel. If you listen to the other conversation and the evidence they will get, the other coach, they say, hey, then tell me, oh, I don't hear what you K talk yesterday. You say, you get mine though. So that tells you, say, then a connection. Where you come out to this back go to this. Where you come out to this. And people within the FA, they tell we say, then no, say this, they happen. I talk with a senior female coach, where they work, they say, besides all these things can lead. When the beginner don't practice, the man can hang around the watch. Then go inside an office there. Hey, wait, training come on, come meet me in my office, so we talk. Now they come out. Where you go again small something, arrangement don't happen. You go meet the picking a corner. And the thing we're bad in our country, what we do? Everybody they tell me say, oh, now your country you go give bad name, not talk bottom, then go hate your country. Come on, how are we going to make Sierra Leone? If we still get people the way they paint the country, image dirty inside the way for paint and better not the one. How can we? And then nobody wants to stand. Me, Maggie, waiting beat me imagination today. I get a senior colleague, journalist in a salon. We not ever report this story, but today these guys get the bold mind. They call me, say, like a pull hand on this matter. Then they send me text then because of the coach who involved it. Come on.
No, but the coach don't embarrass himself. That's yes. I really want for show this thing. The only thing where you talk to me say, let we all am there because of these are the evidence we protect we per this case. Because we will not take up this case. Me, you, our Dauda, and few other people whether with we ready for push as far as we can. Because yes. Like I said, with all due respect, Kaloga and Aposiwe I get so much respect for in the game. But it make I get a different perception about when I see this as a coach asking for money, asking for sex. Go to the point you want for no picking them who mess or who not mess because you want for leader with them. What kind of nonsense is that?
You say how long you menstruation they take?
Because they watch the picking. Let him mess quick. Let go leader with them.
Yes,
that's not the message conversation.
He say you man able be out. You man they be out 1 week. He say me I not go be yourself.
And this coach married, they get kids. Yes. They get picking them. These people not supposed for the power football. Like I say, Kaloga is not that kind of a top-notch coach for me. And I know many people in Asalowe know that as well. Doesn't deserve to be a coach of any national team. They don't get a Boku chance where you're not able to make any difference. And seeing such evidences and such, not to things I say, now write the writer in face in him day. The other text come with Abdullahi with him face. The other text come with Kaloga with him face.
Maggie, the thing what people don't understand in this investigation, what we do, we always try to collaborate the story properly. In a way that we even go beyond the picking and capability and talk to the people who need bring him in the picture. I call this guy. I send them a message, say, this is me, and this is what I do. I want to have a conversation with you. Pam, he send me a message. I call him on the phone, say, look me, for evidence, purpose, and transparent, I would like to record the conversation that is going on between me and you. He declined. Since then, he not called me again. What did he do? He begin call journalists in a salon now for contact me and tell me, say, let me step down this matter. So this tells you how hypocrite our society is. How hypocrite some of our colleagues are. What they are supposed to stand for is what they are meddling in, for protect people that will don't become predators in our society. And this has been going on. The girls will tell you, some of them, they are crying when they talk to me. They can't stand it anymore. Look,
Yes,
the other one.
I don't listen the messages. I get the then on WhatsApp. And these people know the shame. It do to the point where also that they call them out now. It don't delete all some of the messages. They don't delete them, but not
Very
mean that
good.
these girls are clever enough for screenshot earlier. So if the FA they listen, we or anybody at the FA, Kaloga is one of the people because the FA don't they talk say una call their name. Una are the people that were responsible. Kaloga when are the senior female national coach is one of the predators, one of the people where they ask for sex. For them girls here, waiting fat matter they say that true. All day they picking them, they make the picking and they run all day like marathon for go do. Exactly from the messages they were see. Usa you there now? Are they now boss? Usa you there? You know the cap. These are the messages they send. And it's very bad. Una got for listening and now that make where the guys and they go play, they perform well. Because if the coach don't lead on with them, who's better play than they go play. Now coming to this $500,000 whether they say they want buy boss. Yeah, we know they're against the boss, but still if them pull it for buy boss, there should be a remainder where them for able to get to the picking them this month.
No, but Maggie, forget about the boss issue, Maggie. You don't have a league that is playing. For 7 good years, these guys have been surviving by owners of those clubs. So for me, I go like for appreciate the owners of the club. We don't keep them picking here together for we till we able get them stories here. So because if not for these owners, where were these children? How them go survive? How they would live? So they don't keep them until they don't reach this level. Now you say men and go play qualifiers with no league in your country. Then you don't come and say there is no structure. From under 12 to under 15, we don't get no structure. So also you pull players and for go play under 20 competition. How you do select them? How you get them in that category? Then now you say you want to go buy boss. What is important?
Yeah, and now we come to the other aspect to get for do with age, where some of the picking they reveal say they are not even within the age limit of 25. They are far above 25, but they select them for under 20.
Yes. Even that in itself now fraud. So you know, talk and come, my sister. We system of football now we country. They support for whole time, right from the men category to the female category. How can you be playing a league? You don't know what you are getting as a winner if you win the league. Yes. Look at the trouble with around the league now, the men's league. Look the pitches they play. Every day now we count in a new story. Oh, they can't make this. But you not go ever see the reality of footing and detail. Then they expect investors them for go invest their money into sport. You know, it has to do with everything. If we're not able to get things holistically, Sierra Leone in sport will never be good for young people. The only way a country can grow, now what we hold sport with 2 hands. America did it. Europe did it. Other nations, they don't do and they are succeeding today. Why can't we turn to it? You know how many thousands of Pekin and Nigerians are shipping across the world who don't become professional? You know how many mansions are those kids build back home? You know how many schools, how many institutions, when not enough government in aid self? Even we own one where we get the likes of Mohammed and few others. We don't go open investment in a salon. Look at the change what they make. Look, talk of them Povoski, then Tete, then Christian Koka, where they abroad today, then Meadow them, you know. Them guys, they're all, then pass through FC Cologne. Today, they all able to build houses for them families there. So this is the opportunity, and sport get a huge impact for make in boosting our economy. Look at this young guy Nabu Babadi in coming to football this short time. Look where they don't rejuvenate life Nabu. Look what thing they happen Nabu today. Everybody want for invest in Bo Rangers because the prospect is there that they will make profit. So this tells you that we sport is unique, but because we get wrong people then, now we sport, we just did it for their own selfish aim, then they misuse the system. So me the call on everybody in the globe, every Sierra Leonean, we born girl Pekin. Please, this is not politics. Let's come out and protect our children because this has to stop today and it has to stop now, and we need for put dignity to we girl Pekin. Maggie, you know, if we colleagues they wouldn't run away from commerce alone, they come abroad and they can't play football. Because of documents are not correct, they don't play the game anymore. You know, then we don't lost their life. For this same football issue, this thing has been going on. And nobody seems to take and say not taboo to them.
Exactly. And we lost one female player yesterday when Aramatulai.
Yes.
But the whole football family is silent about it.
Yes.
Only the female players that them post and try for sympathize with the family. We not see a press statement from the FA. Ramatullah na post where they play ball instead of play soccer. And a young girl, it died yesterday. No press statement from the FA. No press statement from anybody we're concerned about football. This is sad. So how you want for left female football develop where this thing and they come out and somebody they listen or watch we now in picking one for play soccer. They go just tell them say I don't want you in that sport day. Because now a sport whether they use for intimidate girls, sexually harass them, and even send them out because if they ask speaking for 3K, whether $300 or 3 million loans, it means if you not get them now, lead them, you get for go lead them to man for them. And you, the coach, also they ask them for sex. A very bad. We they open the phone line for let yourself out there call and have you say. But before that, let we take news about the Premier League as FC Cologne being get for beat Sierra Leone Police 7-0 inside the Premier League this evening now the Siaka Stevens Stadium. And inside the match we see good quality football from the Cavaliers where we see goals from Minister Doumbia, Saidu, and even other players them like Bemba Sef being get for score. And this now one of the biggest goal margin inside the league since it starts where a team don't beat another team na the league. And well, we have to say congratulations to FC Cologne, and we hope say they will continue to score more goals. We see Chelsea score 7 today, and FC Cologne score 7. Both teams are the Blues, and also maybe not the connection that. But let we listen to waiting some fans and think about the league as they continue.
On point to Nietzsche, Michael. How you see Mighty Blackpool the performance?
Well, basically, I see the performance so far a great, and since we don't get a new chairman, Mr. Michael, we don't can boost the boys and the team as a whole. And again, and we don't get we keep again bank keep on touch ways like some back in we thank God for your health. And we win games now. We win games now and thank God for that. But I can say to the management of Blackpool that we need for sign come January and we're transforming the group. We need for get more experienced players and for campus for the team as well.
Okay, so waiting on so far as a team and as a fan for at least we call then supporter them back. We don't come out Blackpool back. We don't go join other team. I was measure they don't put in place for them to come back.
Well, basically Blackpool is a household name in this country. We don't win trophy in this country and where everybody like for support. And before this time, they say Blackpool a team of opportunities, and I think say we don't try as fans for invite all we fans then again we don't go other team them for come back again can support the team and see how best we boost the boys them and DB and them whenever inside they go for
Mr. Musa, now whose team they represent as Salon?
I support FC Cologne, the young shall grow.
Okay, FC Cologne, Mr. Musa, we don't get so many news say FC Cologne does you draw as a fan, we don't draw one game, we don't draw 2 games. So waiting at the cause of you go as a fan. What do you go say about that?
I don't really support them vex because we all really unhappy because we know say like the team been miss but player them due to international performance. So like the draw not mean say the team well or the team not good. And the big supporters didn't come large in numbers for watching next match because now the players they will go, they don't return. So I did prove to them say the team get for win games them more and I did tell them say we get for win this league.
Okay, so right now, how you go rate on a team in performance? How on a team they perform so far? In good or
the team in performance not good that much, but may not say when the player they don't join the team back, so we'll get a victory.
So what's in the last word we get for tell you copy supporters them where they support FC Cologne?
The last word I get for tell me copy supporters them they are the big we come in numbers for can support FC Cologne. The young shall grow. The team not go prove we wrong. We go win this league.
Okay, Jaman Balak. Since another point on a new coach Kaloga, it all lost 2 games. The one at Makeni Usumstar and 1 year at Diamond Star, and also don't go to and win 1. So how you go rate the kind of coach in performance?
Now, Coach Kaloga in performance, I will rate him as average. Reason being Coach Kaloga not to sign the players there. They just use your technicality, but let you see how the team game will get developed. And basically, first game, it will be a very difficult goal when I put lock up by no get them. So if I now say all Edward and so they lacking at the team, I goal finishing. We show against Mighty Blackpool, even they must have game show. You know, but like they get time and see the first round they come to an end now. They just get time now. So we will wrap up the first rounds.
Okay, as a fan, now what team are the team where you think say the team lack more especially the players them? Are the players there are up to date to expectation? Are they playing well, or you think say there are some of areas that the team needs to fix in order for have a better players?
Like only Edwardians, the problem Edwards the facing, not so Edwards one game. Okay. Like you know, say Salon we lack beaucoup team and football. It just be say like we save the tray up, unfortunately we just go Nations Cup. We don't need to be an eye opener, and they say for be the can we for catapult Salon football to the world, you know. Like players they lack fitness in this country, not so Edwards safe. Players they most able to kick the ball, they able to endurance, you know. But like Edwards as a whole in particular, the question you asked me, Edwards will lack finishing. The only two departments in Edwards where I feel say like a much composed small. When we defense and we goalkeeper aspects. We goalkeeper when I capable really retire and we defense. But we midfield attack not able to live up to expectation.
Okay, so how prepared you are for take up your next game, because it has made to my notice that you're going to play Axlav your next game. So how prepared are you? Are you going to win this particular match, or you're going to gain again for a draw? Because Edwards have drawn 6 particular game. So how prepared you are as a team?
Yeah, prior to the games we lost this lately. Now we don't get it. Now we don't get the highest draw. Now we get the highest draw, like 6th draw, I think. Yeah, like Axlav and Edwards. Most of the team when they keep play first leg, Edwards can always beat them. I remember Axlav and Edwards can always beat them. And Axlav team lately, the kind of form them today, the team lost form, you know. But like I see all Edwardians for carry the day tomorrow. Reason being because even the game we playing at Makeno lost, Edwards play fine. It just be so unfortunate to lose due to lack of finishing. But I see all the audience will carry the game tomorrow. The Edwards go win by 2 goals to 1.
That's now the voices of some fans them where they follow the Sierra Leone Premier League. We talk about it. Well, if you're not fans out there, we get for the meet you with Mike for Yusuf Talks, so we'll go feature you na the show. The phone line open if you want for call and have you say you can call and make your own contribution. And have you say, because this is a very sensitive issue we get for do with regards them where they play football. So Desmond, as we talk about the age limit where some of the players that don't reveal say they're not even there at that level there, but then still force them to play. You know, things that if CAF and FIFA are about this, then go just, you know, suspend we or fine with some big money like the money where we get for pay Belarus for the match where we not play against them.
Well, you see, Maggie, this is not the incompetency where we talk about where you not get a system way for change in society. They tell a colleague of mine today, say, when we talk of change and when we talk of building the system, it's not about putting the houses or putting the pitches, but the system starts with the people as well. So if you not build the people there, you not build the system, because now people then get for run through the system. So in our country, everything we face today has to do with the mentality of people. We just need for change the mentality, people for change their way of thinking and change their way of doing things. By so we can understand what things that happen around with society. Because just imagine, for 7 to 8 years, you not play a league. They see they go register for under 20, under 17, and senior side. From which part of the wall or whose part of the faculty where you think say yes, then they go possible na salon. So you not consult yourself, you not look at your environment, what's available.
Good evening, Maggie, and good evening, everybody.
I come to you to take this call. Hello, good evening, Martin. How are you today?
Well, I didn't find, praise God. Everything is okay.
Yeah, so your contribution, please, with regards to the intimidation and sexual harassment where they surround the female football business in salon.
Well, to be very honest, this is very embarrassing for the country and the nation as a whole. You know, since that this thing, as I've been saying earlier, they follow the program. You and Desmond, they do really educate you, but this is too much. We need really for set example at this particular time, because then them females and they look up to them, see them say need for fly red and blue flag, so that way they say they expect some. But if sexual harassment they come inside and they try to intimidate and bully them all in the name of for making them able to get space and try to use them, really call for, especially somebody in that caliber where like it gets a very good name again at the Sierra Leone football. Really sound well and very embarrassing for the nation as well.
Yeah, so what do you think, say, the one the way they in charge of the FA, especially from the secretariat point of view, the president, where they're concerned about football in the country, waiting them for do at this point? Yeah, we don't hear you say that they do investigation, but one, we don't know who that is investigative panel or whatsoever, and up to now we not get any other information since their last release.
Well, this is not one of the greatest problems with Salone. It's our time they need for step up and really try for be transparent and bring those people there to book, because some of them think there, the more they keep silent, the more the evil continues for be done. So like them people and the panel committee need for very much neutralistic and get the country at first. Make them forget about get this person, say this person close somebody to me, but make them think about them females and as they say they play with them features. And I watched the game against the Gambia, the Banjo. It was really disappointing. At first, they started well. They begin knock the ball, but fatigue begin tell on them. They lost concentration and possession. But then claims that they can. Don't let people and they see them. At the end of the helm of affairs, they really the mastermind the football business in this country. Now they try to set an example. It's it is very bad, because where in the male team, when they see then they allege of match fixing, then they deal with them, they put the career of them male footballers. Then we are in the coach way for be a pace setter as an example, as a role model. They come in again for the future and waste the taxpayers' money, because at that time they pay for the good play and all of a sudden they able to produce good results. They come home again and say it's a Mokubia, all time Salone, who play, but now this. We just fed up with the system there, but at least SLFA need for structure and thing they are really put things in place. May they allow the law from a law taking cost. If the man guilty, may the man face the full penalty of the law. That's how I say. And if we begin set the example there, at least the man self will know it, and the others then will begin free to say yes, SLFA, then they now back. At least we need to do something not the right way.
Okay, thank you very much, Martin, for calling. I think the one way concerned don't listen you point of view. This now the checkpoint we do check-ins on things that way they happen inside Salone Sport. Are they with Desmond and the phone line open? You can call and have you say make your contribution and let yourself add your voice pan this, because we need as many voice as we can for make we draw the attention of these people. It's like people that were in football, I can see now the group though some man they play double standards, double role. Where it talks to them, una don't ask them picking they have fine because them picking they lie, because why? Then if you don't hear people they don't talk. The next thing you for do investigate, but you just come up with some false statement, and that's painful more.
Well, Maggie, that tells you how disrespectful we are for we can't picking them, and how disrespectful we did for we woman. If we can listen from one side and then not seeing the other side and see then the lie, that tells you who we are. And then, like I say, until we change the mentality before we build the system, if we not change the mentality of seeing them as weaker sex, we see them as partners in development and give them the opportunity, then we will not make it. And I'm telling you, if we not try to educate women and create a safe zone for them, we then would strive as better people in society. Our country will always be striving for be a better country. We know easy for you.
Okay. We get another caller. Hello, your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, I call you from Freetown.
Yeah, go ahead.
Kebi.
Yeah, Kebi, go ahead and make your point.
First of all, I want to say good evening to you and my brother at the studio, Desmond Payne. Mamawi, I know for a very long time, a very credible man, very respectable man, So, Desmond, good evening, my brother. Long time.
Good evening, my brother. Thank you.
So, come back to this female, Wahala, my brother and my sister. This na country where we know the land, we pass mistakes them. Before we learn and improve on, also we don't go wrong. We just continue to do things every day where they frustrate everybody in terms of sport in this country. And this thing will happen so. We really want to see they set up an independent body for investigate this particular issue. SLFA. Because people that they inside that secretariat day, and they right inside there where they know everything where they go around the national team, both male and female. Like I tell you, not a secret. You know, what thing make you see Madam Aisha you want to see it? It means succeed. And they tell you categorically clear. People in the way they work with them, you understand? And they sabotage and stab and back all over. We see that woman, you know, it will succeed, but they get good vision for football in this country. I come back to this female, Uti, because I think that's where I follow with keen interest as a Sierra Leonean and as a football lover in this country. You don't say why we support football. You understand?
Yeah,
It's heart-rending. It's shameful. It's shameful as a nation like this, 21st century like this. You will call them and they tell her that kind of word. It's too shameful. The FA was set up an independent body, both human rights then, you understand? And now they for grab. They want where they stand for the woman, they investigate this thing. Anybody where they, you know, find one thing or you guilty, therefore hammer you heavily. They will give you hefty jail time in this country. We set the example, so this it will stop.
Okay.
And I want this new FA chairman, Thomas Daddy Brahma, now respectable mind. If he not be careful, he go fail past Madam Aisha. They want the way they Israel Secretariat day. Me they call them because somebody not get people do me in this country. That is so close Secretary General. It's a very dangerous man in this country football. Make I tell you now. It's a very dangerous man. You see, anyway, let not take too much time.
Thank you very much.
Maybe other people they want call.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kebi. We go talk to Paul Kamara soon from Bo, a journalist, and other people themselves they now the call line. But quick one, let we take another news before we get Paul. We get to do with the Queen's Baton Relay, we be no arrive na Salon. And the Queen's Baton Relay now one way they can bring
the
for countries that they take part in the Commonwealth.
It's a very important game for all the Commonwealth of Nations. And eventually they take place, which is very important. I mean, giving the Queen's baton, they can't give the president today. That is the message of the Queen today. So when they can't today, they can hand over so that officially this process will kick off.
It's over 14 sporting disciplines we get for go participate inside Birmingham, now England. So that is a note of football no more. So you know we cut across. So now a big day today for winner this country for see you know a baton of such nature of such stature. You know. And me, I feel proud today for Kansi Usa with the handover the baton to the president as a sign of full representation to the Commonwealth for next year.
Me now one of the few athletes that will represent Sierra Leone very well internationally, and as I speak to you, I'm the most decorated athlete in Sierra Leone. We put all sporting disciplines together, and despite my disability, but I represent Sierra Leone well. And as I talk to you, so me now 2 times Paralympian. I just come on Paralympic Games, and I do hope for the better for the Commonwealth Games coming.
This is the 16th official Queen's Baton Relay, and Sierra Leone is actually the 3rd African country to receive it here. Now this baton is making a journey over 294 days, all 72 nations and territories of the Commonwealth. So during its journey, it's going to connect communities over about 90,000 miles. So that gives you an idea of how it's going to bring the Commonwealth together.
Before I turn over the baton, I have a few words to say, and that is about the spirit of sportsmanship and the Commonwealth which has held us together. I hope the same spirit will keep us together in peace, for development, and for greener pasture. Thank you.
We are here this afternoon, and the Queen's Baton is here with you guys. What's your feeling about the Queen's Baton arriving in your school?
We felt we are not left out in some some of these sports, because so many at times we'll be fighting for inclusiveness in what is going on in the country, but we are very happy today.
So it's been a very good atmosphere. A lot of people are out there now. The Queen's baton is moving, and you're one of the lucky points to stop with the baton. What's your feeling generally, and what's the message you're sending to other people who've not had the opportunity to actually have a feel or experience of the baton?
Well, my message out there to them is to just continue to move on. I know with this inclusion which has started today will continue. We have great hope that what has started today will surely continue, and we are very grateful and happy for this opportunity.
All right, that's now voices of people where being meet and happen for all the baton, and the last set of people now from the blind school where then also they do sport. You get blind cricket, a lot of other things. Then blind football you get, and also other athletes that we been there around. Well, let me take another call and then I'll come to Desmond. Hello, caller. Your name and who side you call from?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Me on contribution. Yeah. Good evening.
Yeah.
I call all the way from Battalion Godwich.
Okay.
Yeah. Me on name not Charles. Me on contribution towards this FA. Look at the way we play Gambia. You look the way the Gambia get as a coach, a female somebody. That is study say the need for structure the national team well, and the blame they go to the FA because then short senior don't they be, then don't they them for the give a stop, and then need for the call names them for make this team not a B, continue for the B. Another generation then they back we go and come into the game, get for the get stop, we get out say me no go get me picking a bonner. If say one play football, they are the hidden kind shots here they happen. So I go stop them. Say no. Find another sporting activities where you go bull, love where you go bull, play. But football, I don't want you to make you play football. And this team so bad. We don't tell you look at a female player die. Nobody no would talk. So the FSF, you understand, they no would make any decision. But if not be maybe die, they see they don't put. They don't go left money, don't go make this, but that bad. Don't try for the respect woman any side and day. You understand? That don't corrupt the whole football section. If they look when they come, now they come for Poland, now they come take so good. So and that is bad. And football now we get for raise football to another level. And they make salon, you see what go for the AFCON now. Look, we get for go inside Cameroon for the AFCON. Now, what's in the preparation? Then the league they play in a different momentum. Today, this, tomorrow, that should say we are not planning anything. You see, and that bad. And Salon, we no more go for like we say. And look the way Gambia play with. And you see, say the Gambia are very structured because of. Look, because I don't want them thing and they for B because they want to make the female team be strong. Look at the Ghana. Look at the Nigeria. When I watch that game, they see the difference between the war. When they select, how many Sierra Leoneans will get sisters they will get where they play na Europe, where they play different leagues there. We not get all.
They not call them. We get one they play in China. One
they
they
not
play
call
in
them.
Armenia. They not call them.
Why not all? That show say the thing up when I watch the Ghana when they lost to Nigeria to no. If you see the team when they call, they platform France, platform Barca, platform this because they get their own base then they well prepared on their own base. They stick on their own base. But we the FA and the government. We don't know what to do. Only wait through the female. They're not waiting. They're not part of the football body. You see, and this now, it don't come with one different. But you talk through, then they say and say like this as a politician, this, that, that, then begin cost you, make this. And that is bad. Look the post way die. Now, woman die, so a big somebody we don't play for the football. It'll kill the spirit of the next one. Exactly. We want come into the football.
Yeah.
It kill me. Because me not gonna bomb me picking one play football, then enter the B so social media, nobody no poster. You know then at the Salon Premier League, waiting and call safe, page safe. Then they get them and then get there and they say Ibrahim Kamara, the Premier League waiting and call. You see the media spokesman, you know.
Okay.
Put some but nothing in the way they're happy. None of the rights are but what's up?
Okay. Thank you very much, Charles. Thanks for calling. We appreciate your call. We go take few more calls, but I come to Desmond here. Desmond, don't hear you from few of the callers them, and they all is like people don't are aware now. One thing we're happy about is where we decide, the beginning decide for speak up, you decide for, because I get the attention of this whole issue from your program, and I said, what in they go on? Because even the big groups, they like you say, the people who they expect for talk, not talk. So I get them from me, but now it's like people then don't be aware about what they go on, and people then ready for support the movement.
Yeah, waiting me to say no more. You know, we count in one place. Somebody, I talked with one of my colleagues there when I senior people that work always they look up to. He said, you know why? Some of us, the fence, they watch what thing they happen. He said we count in one place where something they camp. It's like a way Harmattan, they put fire. They blaze. Then all of a sudden breeze blow, everything die down. He said, and so it be. So that make we take with time for tread cautiously that will not come put enough pressure, and then after 1 or 2 months, everything die down. Then the thing not get no face again as Salon. Now say, well, if that's not the case, then we need for change the narrative. And for me, that's the point I hold. I want to call on all Sierra Leoneans then. This campaign where we don't start, say we for sanitize with female football structure na Salon. Not to today no more. Not to for now. It not get for stop now. It not get for end now. It they continue. So if anybody feels say it will stop tomorrow, it not will stop tomorrow until we get for continue. And that awareness raising now we get for the continue for do. We go make sure say we empower young girls in the country for going to various schools them or even going to the streets, begin raise awareness around this area of sexual harassment, intimidation, around sport for girls them. This is not just a study case when a football. Go to the other disciplines and let you hear everything they did. Go to
exactly.
Let you hear everything they did. It's so pathetic. In the 21st century, when nations and they put money for women, high one, we don't turn we own and say, if they're in a kitchen, then for the toad stick for sale, or we for they describe them as rarigal, or look if you are a man, or you're a lesbian, or you're not serious, or even education, what would they give them? Then for just read the higher school and stop. The next one, then for go marry. Those are the only choices we don't create for our society. And even look like with gender bill when they talk about in parliament. They say 30%. To be honest with you, the 30% is going to be divided. 20 we go to the elite women, they were educated, where they try for strive, now they don't corner them. Then 10% we go to those in the village, who when election come, now they know them. So where is the equality? So we need for change that concept. You see, we really need for change that concept.
And that's more one thing we're painful now that the men they always try to justify the act of sexual harassment to lesbianism.
Yes.
Yeah, I made this clear. Me not into lesbian, but people get right to their sexual urge. Waiting them want for themselves, let them do them, not to your business. If they want themselves left there, it's all over the whole world. Sport athletes. You listen or you read about the England teams, the USA teams, you go see say woman and woman, they marry themselves. They are couples. They are there as you know, couples where they live their life their own way, not their business. So no use that say, then get false dick, then get dildo, that they work out with this, that they think not to your business. That's their sexual urge. Now waiting they please them, not to your business. So no use your own sexual harassment for can destroy their career. You think say because you're not coach or you get authority within the football, you for destroy them that kind of way. It's very bad. It's very bad. And a lot of people are involved into this Desmond. A lot of people. Just that Kaloga your name don't call. I tell you, if we press them picking their more, then they bring out more names.
No, more names are coming. More names are coming, and we are bringing more people on board the show. There are a few who don't show interest, say they want for really can link and then voice to what we do. And we don't only need few, we need as much as we can. The good part of what we do is We get people in our society when are renowned people they don't commit their life to this. You know, one of them. I will get Hawa, where he don't sacrifice himself, he don't face all kind challenges in a salon. People they call her all kind name, tell her all kind things, but it's still there. They say this thing where we don't start for reach the level with, and we want change. The change what we call for is that female football in a salon for be totally run by female, therefore determine their own fate by themselves, therefore able run waiting them one run for themselves. It should not be run by men anymore, because these men coming around, they become predator. Not only predator, they've also become there for the money. Because
yeah, but again, Desmond, the even with females, with some evidences we'll get, the picking is still not safe. Because if you as a senior player, what we all respect now the country, they call you legend. You play this ball, you threaten picking, say you not can vocal work on a pension you can't take if they're not playing at this. Then as a coach also they threaten them because they not receive their salary and then talk or their allowances. I don't feel say even some women them get business near female football anymore.
Yeah, they don't care. And you see, it is also just the mentality where we for change in a salon. Like when we talk about the sexual orientation, it's their own life. Now your private life. Lesbians them or even gay them, they know they do an outside, then they do inside the houses them. So we think concern you if the person they do an inside in your room, for you come out. It's so bad that one thing I can always tell people in our country say is until we change and how they change your mentality, people say then they live by tradition. So if I born now also they pray, now Muslim I for go pray. If I born now also they go to church, I for go to church. But me as an individual, I'm not able to identify whose path I want for choose in life. And then what do they begin say? Everything na God, na God, na God. But the God itself has given us life. It's up to us how we use what God don't give we for better with society and better with people there. But I'm telling you, in the 21st century, what is happening in our country for women, it's very, very, very deplorable. It is not good for let we yeri bottom or let we talk bottom. And not to say we try for paint we country in the wrong face, but I'm telling you, when the war comes, 95% of the people will suffer in our country now women, because now they not get strength on their own. Now they're not able to do something on their own, and now them back then use for sexually harass them, chop up their limbs, them put them body parts all over for let people see. So if we don't go all through this thing, then now we forgive them a platform, make them express themselves. You get still men then we don't come entangle themselves with the picking and life say, pauper, now sex for football, sex for money. The evidences are there, they are covering it up. Why are they covering it? Because them facing at them, the lion and the king. But that's what we want to stop. And we all need to come together. Let we approach this thing holistically from all angles, all points of view. Are they call on gender activists them, we believe in them, not the one that they come in for the money where they make, but people will see the need say yes, this change has to come and let it come now.
Yeah. Okay, let me talk to Paul. Hello, Paul. How are you today?
Fine, Magdalene, and pleasant evening as well to the Desmond.
Yeah, Paul, you don't listen always to the talk as a journalist where you said on the follow this issue. Waiting now you take.
Yeah, basically I don't really start the program. We been get a radio program, but I catch up during the course of the program. This issue I would say not when hidden something now, there's intimidation and alleged sexual harassment. In fact, although some are saying alleged, but I would say the evidence is too naked, too clear, too broad, and it is out there publicly. Everybody, except you want to shy away from the facts, you want to shy away from the truth. First of all, I have to say it's very much unfortunate. It's shameful. It's a shame what exactly they happen around female football. Now the country, the really paints a negative picture. At the country, but kudos honestly to several sport journalism and I will say I drop me out to Desmond because I will say one of the individuals always starts this whole stuff and we don't really advocate tirelessly with the followers when I group different groups them. The thing can be like now we're having two sets of individuals. We get one where they on the opposing end or being like somehow resistant or on the defensive end, and we get individuals as well. We they try for ensure say they then forge the for get justice or for expose issues where they happen. And it's about time we really start for talk against the ills where they happen around female football and even other sporting disciplines. And so many have been suffering in silence, and it's about time as well really rally behind the girls. Some we don't say then will come and speak out, they're not going to suffer in silence. Although we get other individuals from different quarters still intimidate the girls. As I say, it's very much unfortunate waiting to happen around female football. Yeah, the SLFAB don't pull a press release. Fine, good, and good. But although plenty of we have as well be skeptical, the timeliness of the press release as well, according to them, they say why the press release now? This is not something where for all reacts to long term. I know, maybe it's because of the thing don't really pounce, don't really come everywhere you go, everywhere you turn, some of we as well, and plenty, although few number, the one way they push the issue, few number, and in fact, some they even see we now like bad individuals, but we get for really be true to we conscience. The other day, somebody in our group, in fact, how in one for where is the sexual harassment there? Where is the sexual? Where's the intimidation? In fact, it's time for me to say, if when I get evidences, when I send them, just making a ridicule of the whole stuff.
Paul,
In fact,
I was so disappointed. This person, a senior colleague, a senior journalist, somebody who don't work for 98.1. It don't work for big media institution and a salon. They use that kind of statement. Say, where is the sexual harassment? And one of us, pass you see who said that the leader of the Peking live before you believe.
Yes, seriously, I really just like control myself. In fact, we start for discourse lengthily, in our group, start for discourse lengthily. And, I just like, I just control myself freely because I'm not really out for pounds just like that in that group. Where the evidence, with waiting don't go already. And even the claim say, now story you want for right, in fact, you want for, I understand the angle from which they come out. So I just like, but just forget about it.
One of the FA boys, one of those where don't travel with team, them go international.
I understand them. Yeah. I understand them. It's time for talk. I feel saying that from the Jenny calls, but as it's time for talk, I understand the points at which they come out. You see, I then they continue with the conversation again. A colleague come they ask and we say, well, with all the team we don't analyze, they still late. So it's very unfortunate. Just imagine. Take and say if my own sister or if my own relative, involved into this kind of thing. These are something we don't happen for years, long term, and we don't get individuals few. We don't say you know what, we can suffer in silence. We want to speak out, and we still get other individuals. Them I don't know because of their own selfish interest or whatsoever. We want to suppress the picking them. I don't be out to the one that we don't stand right, for speak for the right thing and ensure say waiting at the wrong, make it stop. But again, this investigation process where SLFA talk about, I get a very skeptical view about them. I'm not in any way doubt the SLFA, but how timely this investigation will be, how long this investigation will last,
me,
and how transparent. Yeah. How transparent this investigation as well go get for B, because let not feel like SLFA investigating itself. How transparent this could be, exactly. And justice will be spent at the end of the day. Several questions where they really come to my mind. We not go on for see an instance, although get a direct link. But some close connection. We see the match fixing scandal or allegation with the SLFA be hang around, several individuals.
Over 8 years now, still some players
nothing, absolutely no come out of them. From where the investigation they start, we see them until when someone tinap like the likes of the Rodney Michael go na cast, for go seek justice, and we see that the job vindicates some set of individuals, and some still the language up to this moment. one of each. Of course, Coach K-Foot, even in a radio program yesterday, he has already talked to this current SLFA and even football stakeholders. A very unfortunate, very unfortunate. So we don't want to see an instance of such, because this are the SLFA way don't show complete. I don't know, not able for show complete transparency inside a matter of such. Because if you say somebody are guilty of match fixing allegations, you're able to prove somebody right, and up to this moment, someone don't even lost a whole always don't struggle for, because we all know what match fixing mean. Teams that, in fact, there's no space in football anywhere in the world. Clubs that they frown at you, no one forget any dealing with you. And we see several, just imagine, or Brady the other day they talk, say, in fact, not even advise the picking for play for Sierra Leone. It's what I mean? The pain way, the SLFA cause them. So we really want to see this matter, the SLFA handle them with all sincerity, and no matter who they involved. Yeah, we know saying our big names them don't surface, don't come up. We want for really see justice carried out at the end of the day. We are not saying the SLFA do this particular investigation tomorrow when I come up with, but we as well equally concerned about the timeliness of this investigation process and how transparent it get for me. These are the things that we are as well the really picture, because this same SLFA don't show some amount of, I don't want to say partiality, but they don't really control or handle issues well. They get that record already, and now this is something where plenty. In fact, some people don't even want to talk about them. We were to talk about them. Some they see we like the bad individuals. They're afraid. Keep quiet. This not Salona. This not Salona. Ordinary noise now they make. Now continue for this. In fact, at the end of the day, everything just go die out. But we'll say this time around, this not go die out. Honestly, thank you so much to everybody. We really don't take the course for ensure say. Then guys, they are seek justice. I watch Bilkisu live one of these days. You go look at all the testimonies, the way they come up, you go say, this one not get some dealings, no get some no, except you not get conscience. Just put yourself into that picture. So I cannot really hold on to the line much, because the thing they really paying some of free.
I know.
We really control with emotion. We control with emotion as well as the journalistic aspect for really control and balance them well. Kudos to now. That's more one to know.
Yeah, we got to for talk. The next show we will host you. Desmole, I come to you. Like I say, plenty of people want to talk, but we're not going to take more calls because we get other thing them for do. Like Usai, Paul Ender with Bilkisu, where they talk about the Jazzy, then they give them for train. Then they ask them for brook and back, go wash them back and return them to the FA because other people then go for use them. The footwear, the crepe that they give them, after they don't use them, for go crop them or wash them back and bring them back to the FA. What kind of thing? These things and then they do them to the boys. Why always the girls?
Well, like I said earlier, it is the society where we don't build. It's the image we don't build around them. And now people still exhibit. And until we stand, some people working come now the media when we try for do them things, write comments or talk. Me, I not can like for ignore them. I can like for draw them and educate them, because some of them lack the education, not just for go school, read and write, but it's also about looking the bigger picture and looking behind the bigger picture. What lies there? If not be you, that's the conscience you get. What thing you could do if this happened to you? Now you picking, who stand you go take as a parent? This happened to you. But we don't build fear. And look, Bilkisu keep this story for like 10 years. All in coaches, the way pass through, they know about this story. Everybody will go meet with tell, then go kill you. No go pull him out there. Just go play football. You go what you get, you go with them. No go put more panty weight on the for decade. I didn't survive. No. So this is the kind of fear wouldn't they put in people for me them come out and speak up. And if we not encourage, regards them and go into conversation, even in the coaching sessions in a salon, why we lost most of the times forget the best from players them. Now one way direction. John, run yonder. Now for kick the ball to the A, son. Now they no more for player. You know wherever you say, John, come a bit here. Look this scenario. If you take the ball, you go so. Think what thing will happen next. Or look before you. Look your nose. See if you can see your nose. What do you see around it? Lot of options. Can you try those options? Is it possible or not? John don't learn. But for them, hey John, pass the ball yonder. How did he make so? How can John learn? How can he be confident for say what he's saying on the right thing? So we manner of approach, we dealings, we aspect around everything. Even some of the coaches then listen to them. When they play in Liberia, you hear one of the coaches talking on the line say, but the team well, master picking them, kick the ball long one, no. You get 1-0 advantage. What did they go begin kick the ball long for? Land the picking them and possess the ball. The more they possess the ball, the more the other team run, then tire. Then you get an opportunity. But then say begin kick the ball long. So you get for kick the ball 20 meter, and then you run 20 meter. So if you do them 5-6 times, where is the calorie for finish 90-minute match? But people they think how we think. It's so sad. I just hope say yes. People go begin to understand the concept of the world don't they go forward. People don't they move from this bad habit way of doing things. Let we begin do things the right way. In the issue of this match fixing, I talked to one or two of them. One of the guys in the share in this with me. He said, Desmond, I tell you. He said, when this thing happened, my mama he break down. He nearly died. He said, I not tell nobody because for me, I can't bear the pain. Just for them to lie for me. For no crime where I commit. And the game where I play, I made 13 save. And it's one of the best matches I'd ever represent Salone in. Why now them for can't hang a blanket in me? We're not correct about me. So I just look at and say, there is a long way for where we go. And as I talk, we need for clean with FA. We need for clean the side of the female section. We need for make sure, say yes, everything be clean. The saddest part, we get we own sister waiting at FIFA. I like Aisha. Wholeheartedly, I like the lady. He get characteristics and way good as a person. But in terms of the administrative side of the game, we will be expected if we stand for women then. It is a shame. It is a shame to foresee how he left them. Because if Naimi don't build the foundation for these ladies, they will not be going through what they are going today. They will all have a voice. I could remember 2011. These girls went to an house for go ask for their money. She drove them out. He said they not get permission for go in house. Until when he picking in tower, now he open in the mouth, go listen to them. Now I tell you, go begin understand, say these kids are suffering. They don't play waffle, they don't pay their money. He go to the FA, go tell them, say, if they don't pay the kids the money, the other month, nobody will get in salary. That's when they begin realize for begin pay their money. So just imagine that first moment she acted like this. If she would have continued giving them listening ears, would things have changed around there for the girls then? It's the same with Daddy Brahma. How can you say you didn't have the FA, you go there every day, see the picking, and one day go to you for go lay complaint. Hey, Bo, what did it cost you for let you come on at your office? Go call them, say, my daughters, come let me talk to you guys. How are you doing? How is training today? Can I play with you guys just to make fun? If the minister, they wear boot, they go play with the boy picking at National Stadium. Why can't they do the same for go play with the girls and I feel for motivation? But they don't care. I could remember my first time of going to coach at the academy. I was coaching there. Obi Meziga sitting at the window watching me, waiting at the door. Obi left in office. He can't meet me in a field. He said, young man, where are you from? I said, I'm from McKinney. He said, are you sure? I said, yes, sir. He said, but you are doing a very good job. I like what you are doing. Why have not been seeing you all this while? I said, I'm busy with my studies, so I just come when I had time. He said, keep it up. So this is how we need to motivate young people the way they can in the sport. I felt so good. And that thing where Obi tell me, take today, I the user as me Bible and pillow. But it's so bad the way we don't make we guys and feel. We don't make them feel so deteriorated that they don't fit in a society, my sister. This thing, if we continue here, this day will not finish. But I'm saying, please, as you don't join the mantle with us, let's continue behind the scene. We get a well-competed team. We know the ramification of everything that happen. We don't the pattern that all these they happen at different countries around the world for work with we. You know what I tell you, and I'm happy that you said don't preview to the evidences that we maybe don't keep. So now, any way somebody saying I lie this month, I don't pay this month, you are there for justify what you will effect for.
Yeah. Thank you, Desmond. I see some people now they PV from the FA point. They say can we see this evidence or can push for these people to be sacked? But we go now with corner and talk, and if we forget now the evidence, we go now. Otherwise, we ready for release them now the court of law.
But Maggie, before you go, Maggie, what about the evidence of the audios? These people have technical people at the office that they are paid for. They are trained by FIFA. Can they collect these audios around the world and put them together and call those people who are involved in their audios and ask them why they make statements like this? But yes, still, Hajar Ramatu is the delegation of the team that is going to the Gambia. She was the delegation of the team that went to Liberia. And this now the woman will say, he go tell Sierra Leoneans they made them pray, many picking and all halaki will not go for go practice. Now the woman will say go blacklist all the picking in a saloon, then go put them picture on the internet, any partner the all of them go make them not play football. That same person. And then you get your men national team coach. We talk say he go fet the picking them. He go disband the team, bring picking everyone can play. Nobody not see that word we talk as harassment, as intimidation. Nobody not see him. Then they get IB now the office in charge of media in his statement now 88 say we don't listen to waiting Hajar Ramatu talk. And there is no form of intimidation and harassment there. Now message no more if fit for tell the people there. That boils to how they talk to we people there. So if you shout at your picking a host, when you go back in the street, if you go shout for the other picking. So waiting normal like you host, and the other person you host for normal. No, that's not how it operates. If you don't use for shout to you picking, the other person not use for shout to her. We get dialogue.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for joining me today, Desmond. We will continue with this issue, and we go make sure say we bring all necessary information to the public for let them know how things they go about. Well, they look forward to the FA for let we know who that them make up this investigative panel, because you can't investigate yourself. We need a certain body, some people where they totally off from the FA for do this. So we will get good result out of them. Like we say, we always give reference to the match fixing issue, where still some players and they suffer that because nothing good coming out of it. Okay, thanks to all we viewers around the world we follow it today, and to the people we contribute to the show. Many thanks to Desmond, and we go always, like I say, get Desmond at the show for bring up issues with not only women football but youth football, because if we see now, we forget under 17, under 20 players, they come out and say, me, I don't pass that age, but then still puts me in the team and reduce me age. That tells we need for go regroup and redevelop again. And people like Desmond ready for lead this kind of campaign and movement for ensuring say we clean football in the country. Thank you once more, Desmond, and we hope to get you some other time.
Thank you, Miss Sister. It was a pleasure, and let's keep the fight going. We're fighting as one, huh? We are better together than what we face today. Let's go.
And also we motivate Awa, because Awa na Indian at the ground. So Awa for send this message to you. Let nobody not intimidate you. Hopefully next week I will get you in the show. Let not feel intimidated. Keep fighting, because we don't see the evidences. And always to you they say na fact. Always to you they say na fact. No matter what, we they be anyone we ready for give we support.